Rebecca, Visitor Experience Coordinator for Utah's Hogle Zoo, with our monthly ZooCast showing you what's new at the zoo. I'm here outside our Great Ape exhibit to tell you about two new additions to our Utah's Hogle Zoo. Two female western lowland gorillas are now on exhibit at the zoo's Great Ape House. Joreke and her daughter Jabali came to Utah's Hogle Zoo from Denver Zoo. Joreke is 37 years old and daughter Jabali is 7. This dynamic duo have already made themselves at home in their indoor and outdoor exhibits. Joining me right now are our Great Ape Keepers, Bobby and Shamia. So Bobby and Shamia, you work very closely with Joreke and Jabali. Can you tell us a little bit about each of them and how their adjustment has been to Utah's Hogle Zoo?
Well, this is a mother-daughter pair. We have Joe and Jabali. Jabali's 7. Joe is 37. And they came to us, 2 months ago? Approximately. Bobby will tell you more about that trip that they took to go pick them up. So far doing pretty well. They're very interested in the males. We have a double howdy mesh set up for them inside their exhibit. And every day they go over and they grumble at the males, and sometimes the males grumble back and sometimes they hit the mesh at them.
So does a howdy setup mean that they have some sort of access to the males? They get to see through there or smell through there? Like, what does a howdy mean?
The howdy means they can see and smell. Fingers can go through, but not necessarily touch. They can also trade important items like sheets or sticks, or maybe give them one another some hay, things like that.
That's really interesting. So are there any differences that you've noticed so far between having female gorillas to our males that we already have with Husani and Tino?
Differences I've noticed have been just that the males display more and larger. Do you think anything different than that?
The girls are much more dependent on each other. They don't like to be separated, whereas the males do pretty good on their own.
So what steps did Utah's Hogle Zoo take to make this an easy transition for Joe and Jabali from the Denver Zoo?
About 4 days before the girls moved to Salt Lake, Aaron and I, another one of the keepers, went out to Denver, and we worked with the girls in Denver with their own keepers and their own comfort system. And then we were part of the transport back to Utah, and then we brought one of their main keepers from Denver to Utah, who stayed and worked with them for a few days to help with that transition to the new staff. And that's really helpful because we know what their routine was like in Denver, so we can adjust that to their routine here in Utah.
Excellent. So they have some familiarities from home life back in Colorado as they settle here in Utah. That's great. So how are they adjusting so far to their new home? Do you think they're liking it so far?
I do think they love it. One of Joe's big things is she always likes to be in charge and in control. So I think that she likes that she's, in charge of her own little group. She doesn't have to compete with other females. So she definitely likes that. They're very comfortable. They're learning the building. They're learning the yard. They're learning the boys and already how to manipulate them.
So Joe and Jabali are by themselves right now, but they have the howdy introduction with our males, and they have the opportunity to see them and smell them. Are there any plans to put them together at any point?
Absolutely. We are hoping to introduce the two girls in with Husani, our younger male, so he can have the companionship of the girls. And we're really hoping to get that this winter, but we really aren't going to push it. It's going to be all at their comfort levels, so that when they are comfortable with each other, we'll keep making steps forward.
So eventually, Utah's Hogle Zoo would have its own established troop of gorillas here, right?
Absolutely. It's going to be a very exciting and active time.
That's very exciting to see. Bobby and Shamia, thank you so much for your time. We are so excited to have Joe and Jabali here at Utah's Hogle Zoo, and we really think that as people come up and see these gorillas on exhibit, it'll really encourage everyone to take steps to protect and help out the western lowland gorilla in the wild. Did you know that one easy way to help western lowland gorillas in the wild is to recycle your cell phone? Cell phones contain coltan, which is mined in the rainforest, home to gorillas and other endangered animals. Recycling cell phones reduces the demand for coltan and leads to fewer toxins going into our landfills. You can organize a cell phone recycling drive for your work, school, and neighborhood. Cell phones can be dropped off at Utah's Hogle Zoo Guest Services. All proceeds go towards gorilla conservation in the Congo. To support the gorillas and other animals found here at Utah's Hogle Zoo, you can make a $5 tax-deductible donation from your cell phone right now by texting HOGLE, HOGLE, to 20222. In addition to 2 new gorillas, here are some exciting things going on at the zoo this October. We have some spectacular events planned for October at the zoo. Which animals do you find scary? Do they deserve their reputation? Dine with some creepy friends and dispel all those nasty rumors about them just in time for Halloween at our Misunderstood Animals Breakfast, Saturday, October 22nd. Do you enjoy things that go bump in the night? What about the things that hoot, howl, or hiss? This year, celebrate Halloween with your friends at the zoo by signing up for an enchanted evening exploration. You'll enjoy a guided tour of the zoo after dark and a special encounter with Spiderella with her favorite creepy crawly critters. Please come in costume for some frightful fun for all ages. Spaces are limited for these bone-chilling programs, so sign up early by visiting www.hoglezoo.org. Don't forget to bring your little ghosts and goblins to our annual Boo at the Zoo event, Saturday, October 29th from 9 to 3. Kids 12 and younger can come in costume to trick-or-treat at various candy booths set up throughout zoo grounds. Trick-or-treating activity is free with regular zoo admission or membership. Trick-or-treat bags will be provided while supplies last, or bring your own and join us for one of the biggest events at the zoo. Well, as you can see, we have lots of frightful fun planned here at Utah's Hogle Zoo. Thank you for watching our October ZooCast, and we'll see you soon at Utah's Hogle Zoo. For more information on Utah's Hogle Zoo, visit our website at www.hoglezoo.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for current zoo updates.